money does more than facilitate transactions. It reshapes how individuals perceive responsibility, both toward themselves and others. As financial resources increase or decrease, people often adjust their sense of obligation, accountability, and control over life outcomes. This dynamic relationship reveals that responsibility is not purely a moral construct, but is also influenced by economic conditions and psychological factors. One key mechanism is the shift in perceived control. When individuals have greater financial resources, they often feel a stronger sense of personal agency. This aligns with the concept of internal versus external locus of control, developed by Julian Rotter. Financial security can reinforce an internal locus of control, where individuals believe their outcomes are primarily the result of their own actions. As a result, they may take greater responsibility for decisions, planning, and long-term consequences. At the same time, money can reduce certain types of perceived responsibility. For example, individuals with sufficient wealth may outsource tasks, delegate obligations, or rely less on social support systems. This can lead to a narrowing of interpersonal responsibility, where financial independence decreases the need to depend on or contribute to others in traditional ways. Behavioral research, including studies associated with Paul Piff, suggests that higher economic status can sometimes reduce sensitivity to others' needs, potentially weakening social responsibility. Wealth may create psychological distance, making individuals feel less connected to collective concerns and more focused on personal goals. On the other hand, limited financial resources can intensify responsibility in different ways. Individuals facing financial constraints often carry a heightened sense of obligation toward family, survival needs, or immediate problem solving. However, financial scarcity can also create cognitive overload, reducing the capacity to plan and manage responsibilities effectively. This paradox shows that both abundance and scarcity of money reshape responsibility, but in different directions. Money also influences moral and ethical responsibility. When financial incentives are introduced, they can sometimes replace intrinsic motivation with extrinsic motivation. For instance, people may shift from acting out of duty or values to acting based on financial reward. This transformation has been widely discussed in behavioral economics, including the work of Dan Ariely, who highlights how monetary incentives can alter ethical decision-making. Another dimension is future responsibility. Financial awareness encourages individuals to think long-term, saving, investing, and planning for future needs. This strengthens a forward-looking sense of responsibility, where individuals feel accountable not only for present outcomes but also for their future selves. Importantly, the relationship between money and responsibility is not linear. While financial resources can empower individuals to take control of their lives, they can also create illusions of control or reduce accountability if individuals rely too heavily on money as a solution to problems. In conclusion, money significantly reshapes the perception of individual responsibility by influencing control, social connection, and decision-making processes. It can both strengthen and weaken responsibility depending on context, mindset, and level of financial awareness. Ultimately, true responsibility emerges not from the presence of money itself, but from how individuals interpret and manage their financial resources in relation to their values and obligations.